welcome to 52 Plus New Books. And today we have Angeline. And for those who are watching on YouTube, you can see she's holding the book, The Change. So what is your chapter in it? Because The Change is an anthology book where several people write in it.
Yes, the Change book series is a personal development book series that I was introduced to last year by Jim Lutz. So
Oh,
his people contacted me last year because I am actually in book 20 on page 145. So I share my story of resilience, empowerment, and healing after domestic violence. So they obviously
wow.
saw something. So I have
Yeah.
a special message to share about claiming victory from domestic violence. And I, when I was introduced, I was like, wow, they really want me to share my story in the Change book series. So with Les Brown on the front cover. So I was honored,
Yeah.
honored.
Yeah.
I felt
Oh,
so
yeah.
honored and blessed. I mean, it's just, amazing. And the book actually took me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. It
So
does,
I
doesn't
wrote my
it?
chapter because it's I love to write and I love to impact many women because there are many women out there who are suffering and
Yes.
they do want to break the silence and they want to share their real life stories on my podcast of how they broke free from domestic violence. So my goal was to get more exposure and my goal was to reach as many people as possible because my mission is to empower many women, 10,000 or more women
Oh,
who
wow.
are looking to live their happiest lives and who are looking to break free and shed those self-limiting beliefs that have been holding them back for way too long. So I broke
Yeah.
free and the tools and the healing techniques that I implemented are outlined in this book. I wrote my story and I'm looking forward to more collaborations
Awesome.
yeah, with coaches and entrepreneurs. So I'm a women's empowerment partner and podcaster. And
That's
I am
awesome.
featured. Yes, thank you so much. And I'm a featured co-author in the Change book series, which is in 30 countries. And to
Isn't
be,
that crazy?
which is crazy. So it's actually opened up opportunities for me.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's opened up some new opportunities for me, which I'm very pleased about. So I'm, going to be featured on other podcast shows and also I'm a featured contributing writer for a magazine, digital magazine that is out of the UK. So
Oh, nice.
that's a quarterly publication. So it's opened up opportunities. And also, I am going to be hosting my first book signing event here. I live in a 55 plus residential community
Okay.
in Stuart, Florida. So
Oh,
they
nice.
they have events. So on November 2nd, I believe I'm going to be hosting my first book signing. Yes, book
Oh,
signing where
that's
people will actually
wonderful.
come to meet me and I'm going to offer them the book obviously and also and just get the word out there about my business because our voice and not only my business but our voices must be heard. There is power in sharing your story.
Yep, there is.
There
You know,
is.
I'm in two other books too about that. And it's amazing the stories that are in there from these women who have gone through incredible things and how they came out of it. It's not just to tell the story, but it's to tell about the resilience and everything that goes on with it. So I want to ask you, how did you even get into this book? Were you out searching for it? Did somebody tell you about it? Were you invited?
I was invited.
Because
So
your
I
arms are going
was
to get sore.
I know. I was invited by Karen Hager
Oh,
Butler.
yeah.
Yes. So she reached out to me last year in early June. And, like I said, people are watching us.
Yeah.
There are people, but she is, of high influence and she works with Jim Lutz. And,
Yeah.
we got on a three-way call and I was like, I'm in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that Les Brown was going to write the forward, and it's like, that's it. That's all you have
Exactly.
to
Well,
say to
Les
me.
Brown, me too. So when I learned that Les Brown wrote the foreword, I said that's a no-brainer because I'm
Yeah.
a huge fan of Les Brown. In fact,
Oh,
during
yeah.
my transition out of domestic violence, I always listened to Les Brown, and I still listen to Les Brown to this
Wow.
day. But like during my transition, you know, I listened to Les Brown and his message and
Oh, that's
his
awesome.
message about having a voice and amplifying your voice resonated with me. So
Yes.
this is a
Yeah.
great tool. This is a great book, and I highly recommend it. So, you know, like I said, people are watching us on social media. So they
Yeah.
reached out to me on Facebook, and we got on a three-way call, and that was it. That was it
That's
because
awesome.
yeah, yeah.
And
So
I
I'm
love what you're doing with it after the book. You're not just, okay, wow, I wrote it. Now I can, sit back. But there's so much that you can do. Not everybody has to do that. It's totally up to you what you do,
right.
but you're taking it further. Here you are a columnist, which I need to talk to you about being a columnist, maybe for Wisdom on the Front Porch magazine, but
Oh,
we'll do
okay.
that afterwards. But
Sure.
yeah, I mean, you're a columnist, you're being heard and read in all these other different countries. It's a #1 bestseller. I mean, it's just amazing how writing, this is just one chapter. You didn't have to write a whole book. This is one chapter, and that's what's great about anthologies.
That's great because you're partnering with other coaches and you're
Yeah,
partnering with other leaders. I mean, there's a lot
yeah,
of leaders here in this book. So you're partnering with coaches, authors, speakers. You know, I mean, I haven't written my book yet, but that's going to be down the road. But
that's
you're only
awesome.
writing, it's great to be part of an anthology because
Yes.
you're just writing one chapter.
Yeah, yeah. But the whole thing is about empowering other people. So
Exactly.
you get to be a part of that empowerment, a part of giving somebody maybe that first encouragement to take that first step to get out of something that they shouldn't be in, or to have the courage to do something that they've wanted to do. It
Mm,
Anthologies are great. They have great ways to do that. That's why I do my giving book. I have that every year. There's no charge to be in it for those who want to write in it, because
mm,
it's the one thing I do during the year to give back for all the stuff that
that's
I'm
great.
not going to say taken, but I'm helping other people write their books. We're doing so much, but this gives back. It gives back to the authors who get a full page. They get their picture on it and get talked about a lot with with it.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, which is what we do with the change too. And with the giving book, it actually goes to a nonprofit. Everything from Amazon goes straight to a nonprofit, and
Mhm.
from my books, that's my choice. But
That's
the
great.
other authors don't have to do that. So it's wonderful to do this. Plus, Jim, the two of them together, Jim Britt and Jim Lutz, they do training. They guide you along the way. There's things that they do afterwards. So, and a lot of authors who do anthologies can offer that too. It just
Sure.
depends on what the book is about and what its purpose is. And that's why I got into anthologies, because I wrote in someone else's book. And I love that the profits from that book went to a nonprofit.
That's
And there was
great.
just so much fun, and you get to know these other authors, and you get to and some of them, this is their first time writing too. So there's just a good cooperation in there. We wouldn't have met without it.
That's right. We wouldn't have connected without this.
Yeah,
Exactly. This
yeah,
is about personal empowerment, personal
yeah,
self-empowerment, and that part resonates with me. But being part of a community with colleagues, we're not in
yes,
competition with each other. We're
not at all.
collaborating. We're collaborating. So
Yeah,
that's what's unique about it. And we have both gyms have a monthly mastermind at the beginning of every month, and it's great.
yeah.
And I've
Oh,
attended
so
every single
much.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's great. And my message is get your get your story out there. Your
Huh.
story is going to have an impact on so many
Oh,
people's lives.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Because you
hide
can
it.
impact one person, and maybe that
Right.
one person can impact one other person. And down the road, you don't know, but maybe that person's going to impact 1,000 or
Exactly.
100,000. You never
Exactly.
know. But if you don't take that step, what's going to happen? So I want to ask you, and I don't want to take a whole lot of time on it because this is a tender subject, but how did you have the courage to write about something that is so personal as that?
And that's a good question. I surrendered. So instead of letting my ego get in the way,
Hmm.
um, I wanted to make an impact. And it started with my podcast 5 years ago. And I
Oh,
started it 2 months before COVID hit because I had a special message to share. I turned inward. I'm sorry. And I worked with a mentor. And, there were some things, there were some like limiting beliefs that were holding me back too from sharing my story. So I'm
yeah,
not ashamed to own up to it. And I did. So I said, I'm going to go out there and share my story. So when I went live, um, and this was 5 years ago, 7 million views later. And all I did was take my phone. I didn't have StreamYard. I just took the phone, went live on Facebook, camera
yeah,
shaking. I'm shaking. I'm a nervous wreck because that was like the first time I went live.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was just like, wow. Oh my God. That was a breakthrough. That was a
That's
breakthrough.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah. People
yeah.
from all over the world were sharing my story on social media.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
at
Yeah,
that time,
you've hit
Facebook
something
was
really good
pushing
then.
Facebook
Yeah.
just pushed it out there. They just
Oh,
made a
wow.
decision. I didn't expect that. I didn't
Yeah.
expect to get, 7 million views, so I got 7 million views, and
Awesome.
so I've shared my story on TikTok, I have Instagram, I have Facebook, and, what inspired me to share my story was because there's many women out there who are still suffering and they're afraid to share their story. They want to share their
Yeah.
story, but there's that one thing that's holding them back. So I help them shed those self limiting beliefs. And there are women who have shared
Good.
their stories on my platform, on my podcast, and
Ah.
I'm getting calls now. So it's like I have another call at 5 p.m. The call was booked while I was out on an appointment. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, I was out on an appointment a few hours ago, so it was like, wow.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because for years you don't have a voice and you
no,
feel it
you're
constrained
silent.
and
That's
you're,
why I named it "Let's Break the
yeah.
Silence" because
Oh, good.
we've been silent for way too long.
Yes.
Yes, so it's
Yeah.
time to break the silence because
Yeah.
when you share your story with the world, amazing things happen, and instead of living in that scarcity mindset, that lack mindset, because that's just going to draw more lack, people.
Hmm.
um, it's the law of attraction. You're going to
Yes.
attract abundance in your life. You're going to attract abundance, and look what happened. I mean, I'm part of this amazing movement, and
Oh,
I'm honored.
yeah.
I just feel so honored and blessed. So I feel honored and blessed. I have no words. Words can't describe how I feel right now.
Yeah,
So
well, it is. It's really an amazing journey. And Jim and Jim are so good at making you feel comfortable enough to
they
write your
do.
story and they will guide you. They're there. I mean, that's what we do as coaches and as publishers is we help somebody go through it to write what they really want to say. And it's a safe environment. That's what's really nice. And that must be what a lot of people feel with you is safe
It's a
because
safe
we don't
environment. I
want to
have a
share
safe
this
voice.
if it's not safe. We know
Mhm.
what it's like not to be safe, and it's like, ain't going back there again.
Oh,
But,
no. No, no, no.
but,
We're not going back there anymore.
yeah,
Nope.
yep.
Nope.
That's for sure. So you have your own podcast. Wow, that's just great. You've got this
Yes.
book. What else is going on for you? What are some of the future things you've got to look forward to, or we have to look forward to with you?
We have something. Um, I'm working on a few things behind the scenes. So come January, my will be my 61st birthday.
Oh,
And
congrats. Happy birthday.
thank
Early.
you. And I've been invited to San Antonio, Texas
Oh,
So
nice.
there's going to be a live there's going to be a leadership conference. So I've been invited. Um,
Cool. Let
the
me know when
details
you
haven't.
get there and I'll come visit you.
Oh, great! Come visit me. Come visit me. Yes, and
Yeah,
I have some. Um, so right now I'm working on projects for 2025.
good.
A relaunch of my coaching program, relaunch. I want to do group coaching because I just do mainly one on one, but I would love to
Yeah.
do group coaching. So I was inspired actually today. So
Oh, nice,
to do
nice.
group coaching, yeah, to do group coaching
Yeah, yeah.
and,
And there's
offer
a
these
safety
women
in
free
that
space.
too. No,
Yes, there
sorry.
is.
Yeah, because, and sometimes women think, oh no, group coaching, I don't want to be in there, someone will know. But you're also in there, you get to hear some, um, how do I want to say it? You find similarity. You find women
Right.
who have gone through what you've gone through because you feel like you're all alone, but you also find tools to use to break away from this shell that has just encapsulated you.
Right. Exactly. There's only so much that you could stay in survival mode.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't stay there forever. You can't stay
No.
there forever. It's a question of surrendering and just that's it. Just surrendering your pride and ego and step into your purpose.
Yeah.
This is what
Yes,
your true calling
definitely.
is. Your true calling is to share your story. And who knew that my business would be expanding, 5 years
Yeah.
later? So I'm
Oh,
very,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen, everyone.
You
You just got
don't.
to trust the process. And this is one of the things that I've learned is to trust the process.
Yes. Yes.
Trust the process.
And that's hard. And I'm glad to hear that you got mentors and coaches to help you go through the mindset and the
Yeah.
things like that. Because, um, I had a friend of mine who's now a friend because I actually wrote in her anthology. And we talked about the layers that are there, and it could be 10 down years down the road, and all of a sudden you realize there's another layer there that you didn't know was there, and further down the road you may still find that there's something else there. But you surround yourself with these amazing people, these amazing women
Exactly.
like yourself who have gone through things, who can be there for you. And even if they're not going through or have not gone through what you've gone through, they know how to sit there and listen to let you process what's going
Exactly.
on. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Exactly.
definitely.
We have to
Definitely.
peel back the layers. We
Yeah.
have to peel back the layers. That's the key. Without that, without the shadow work, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
just going to remain
you said
stuck.
shadow work, and I heard something on the radio. Um, I went to visit a friend who just had knee surgery, and coming home, I heard something on the radio that the light shines. It doesn't care that it casts a shadow. It doesn't care that there's darkness there. The light just wants to shine and be the
Right.
light. And it's like, that's what we need to do. Just shine.
Exactly.
Just
Shine
shine.
the light. Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you
Yeah.
going to shine the light? The time is now, not a year from now. The
Oh,
time
yeah.
is now. The time is
Yeah.
now. Otherwise, you're
And
just going to be stuck in the same place.
yeah, you're going to be hiding in the shadows. It's
Be
like, well,
hiding in
it's
the
safe
shadow.
here. And it's like, is it really? Is it
Yeah,
safe, or
exactly.
are you just being listening to the lies? I mean, we want you to be safe. Don't take that wrong. But if you're out of the situation and
Mhm.
you've been hiding, why are you hiding? You know,
Mhm.
how much are you not being able to enjoy life and fulfill the purpose you were meant to do? Because it's scary. And it is scary. No doubt about it. It is scary. But there's plenty of those around you who can help.
Oh, yeah.
Search out Angeline right here. Tell us again how we can find you.
Yes, you can find me on my website, letsbreakthesilence.com. And I would love to book a call with you. So feel free to book a call with me. And the booking link is on my website.
Good,
And you
good.
can also find the book on my website as
That's what I
well.
was gonna ask. Yeah.
Yes, the book is right on the home page, so you can't miss it.
Nice.
Check out my podcast, check out my episodes.
Oh,
I just
wonderful.
launched my 146th episode. So
Oh, yay.
yes, I'm in season 5. So I took a little bit
Oh,
of a
good
break
for
this
you.
summer because I actually moved from New York to Florida. So I
Yeah,
had a little break, but you have to take a break. You gotta,
you
you
have
have
to. We
gotta
we
reset.
moved. I did not take a break, and it's like, yeah, it is
I
too
know.
hard to do without taking a break. And it's like, okay. So yeah, so
Exactly.
I have my Wednesdays. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, well, thank you for being on my show
You're
and sharing
welcome.
your book and telling your amazing story.
I
And
My
I'm
pleasure.
just
My
really
pleasure.
glad you're here, and I look forward to doing more things with you.
Oh, thank you. Same here. Same here. I'm very happy. Thank you so much.